Hello guys, my name is Dale and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be teaching you on how to shade like an anime style on Clip Studio. So yeah, this is mainly, it's not really shade really, it's more like color. Yeah, color in Clip Studio, like so that you can get that anime effect you probably wanted and all. But yeah, overall, let's get into it. Okay, before we get into it, I would promptly ask you please to subscribe or leave a like or a comment below if you find this useful or if you want me to do something else in the future. But overall, let's get into it. First, you should understand your layering system, mainly basically on like what to use for your color. So you can make a folder or anything or something like that, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, making a folder can be useful. Then now let's put a layer under it. Let's put a raster layer right here over it into a folder, and let's rename this to let's rename this to flat colors. Look how I spell colors, but yeah, flat colors. And then let's change this into skin. First layer into skin. You don't really have to name it, usually I don't, but that's what I do at the moment. So now let's get into the, after doing that, we need to make sure our flag colors are under our line nuts so that the line nut is always on top of everything. But yeah, either way, let's get into it. For example, skin, let's look for a flag color skin. Likely Clip Studio has a color palette for you, picked up for you, so we can use that, use the bucket tool or the wand tool, then we fill. Right, we fill it with a flat color. Let's choose this color. I'm kind of happy with this. We can choose the flag colors, any flag colors you want, to be honest, so that you can get your own, your own style into it. But yeah, flag colors just to have everything there to understand the color palette, if it works or if it doesn't, to be honest. But yeah, just having your flag colors in is super useful. So yeah, if you can, okay, so yeah, I'm going to time lapse a little bit here so that we could, let's continue. So yeah, I think I got all the skin part. Then let's open another layer on top, rename that to, I don't know, hair. Let's rename that to hair. Then after renaming that to hair, we select the hair. Is right with the 1, 2, no Ctrl Z. Yeah, we selected the hair with the 1, 2. Let's give him an orange type of red. This type, yeah, I kinda like that. Let's desaturate it a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Let's give him this type of red. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, these are the flag colors. I'm going to fill this up. I think I'll leave this black, but yeah. And then let's go for the shirt. Open a new layer. Rename this shirt. And after naming it shirt, we will select the shirt and we'll give it a red tone towards it. Nope, that's a bit too much. Needs to be desaturated so that all the plain colors, the flag colors need to stand out amongst each other. So yeah, I think I'm fine with this one. Right. I kind of like the white strips at the edge and stuff. We can try and make it work. Okay, I kind of like that. Okay, let's leave that. Then let's go into the onto the eyes. So yeah, we open another layer. I'm going to use not black, don't ever use pure black, but use a close enough black or gray for for color. Then there we have this. So for the eyes, I'm going to time lapse a little bit so that we can have something to work with. Yeah, I'll check you soon. Okay, now we're back. So before we continue, if you want tutorials on the eyes, please comment below and tell me if you really want that. But yeah, overall, let's get into shading. Now, this is the part that where it gets pretty nice, because there's different styles and different techniques of shading in anyone's drawing style, to be honest. But now, since this is more of like an animation type of approach, how would animators shade in this process? Of course, animators shade in different ways and all those in all those stuff as well. But this is a technique I've learned from someone else, and I'm willing to share to you. And then plus, I also added a little bit of of my style into it, so that you could see the stuff I'm doing. So now, next, you go click a new layer, then we click this tool, shadow. Not with a new layer, new further layer, but into shadow. And after going to shadow, let's open another layer inside. Now, this trick is pretty cool, to be honest. Now, this is what we're gonna do is put a mood layer. What's a mood layer? Well, it's to help the character to blend in with the scene. But yeah, I'll explain that at the end of how we can, how is that going to be really useful for us in the future. But yeah, now select the background. Right, after selecting every part of the background, I think it's selected. Yeah, after selecting every part of the background, we press Ctrl Shift I to invert the selection. And after inverting the selection, you select the character. Now let's give him a blue mood layer. A blue mood layer, and every blue mood layer is alright. And then we fill in on the bucket, blah blah. But that's the thing. Most of you probably saying, but the character is now all blue. But don't worry, this is just a mood layer. Now, if we change the opacity mode into multiply. Wait, oh, my bad. Let me change the folder. Yeah, if you change the folder into multiply, bang. As you can see, the characters have a heavy blue tint onto it. But of course, it's not going to be that heavy. We just need it to be slight on top. So we just got to reduce it to possibly, let's reduce it to 15, 20. Let's go to 25. Let's do 25. Yeah, we'll do 25. So that's a mood layer. The difference is you can see it helps the colors to blend in nicely. But now, open under the same thing, right? Open a new layer. And this is where it gets exciting. Don't change the mood colors or change anything. Let's zoom in towards the face. I'm going to show you something pretty cool. So now let's use the U tool to draw a line selection. Okay, maybe I turned off the thing, but yeah, let's use the press U to get onto the curve tool, or whatever you choose there. Choose curve, to be honest. Then let's select underneath the neck. Oh my bad. What's going on? Okay, take the curve tool. Let's do a line underneath it. Underneath his neck. Then we select Y, put in, we fill in, we fill in. Isn't it right? As you can see, I'm like, oh, the color is cool and all, but if you switch it to multiply, it comes darker, and reduce the opacity to 49, 46. Bam! As you can see, you got shadows. So you don't have to really learn color theory to get the exact amount of shadows you need or something like this. Is pretty useful for animation. This is what I would use for animation, So you can turn off the flare color layers and just work on it like this. Then you'll be able to get your final result. So I'm gonna time lapse a little bit. Then yeah, you can see. Okay, and I'm back. As you can see, I finally filled up all the shading spot that I need. Then the only thing I have to do is turn on the color layer back on, then voila, you can see looks amazing. It's like turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on. Looks pretty good. So the next thing we're going to do is put a bit of lighting. Yes, we're going to lighting. Okay, so the picture looks completed like this. To be honest, you can either save it and then post it like this, then yeah, you'll be fine in a way. But let's get into lighting. How am I going to do lighting? Well, simple. Now open a new raster layer on top and above all your shade layers, isn't it? And then now go towards the color wheel and select a lighter color. It mustn't be white, mustn't be too saturated of a color, it just needs to be right in the middle. I'm gonna choose an orange tone here. I feel like it will work nicely against the blue constructs of the multiply layer. And then yeah, let me switch this into a brush tool just to show you how effective this is. Airbrush. Yeah, let me increase the brush size here. As you can see, for my bed I didn't switch the layer lighting. Let's switch the layer into as well as you can play here a lot. Screen, let's see. Nope, I don't like that. Lighting looks a bit good. Let's see. Let's shade a little bit. There we go. As you can see, yeah, lighting works. Let's stick with lighting, and then we can put highlights onto the eyes. Here we go. This is pretty cool. I like it. So with lighting, as you can see, it's given light within the scene. To be honest, you can try and change it into any blending mode, into multiply, into not multiply, any lighting thing into like screen. You can have it that. We can change it into color dodge, gives you a different mood set. You can also change it into glow dodge. I usually use this for intense mode. To be honest, I might stick with this one. Yeah, I'll actually stick with this one. And then add glow, pretty cool as well. Overlay also works, by depending on what you want to sell off. And soft light, hard light, yeah, you can also work with hard light, but from there on don't bother with anything else underneath it. But yeah, with those multiply or effect settings, you're able to create this. So let me go back to glow dodge and then I'll work with this, and then from there I'm gonna time lapse this a little bit, and yeah, I'll see you later on. Now I'm back. So as you can see, I've demonstrated a full-on lighting technique. I mainly focused on top of the body because I didn't have time at places to be. But yeah, overall, as you can see, with the lighting added on top, it makes a huge difference. And also to add on top of that, you just switch into airbrush, probably open another layer, switch it into lighting, increase the airbrush, and then you could not lighten, let's put color dodge. Not with color dodge, let's put add glow. Add glow could work. Glow dodge works. So then we just do this. Then yeah, as you can see, you have your god rays in your scene, and then yeah, you got your character. Yeah, I think that's all for the video. But before I end it off, there's something I would like to show you that you could apply to anything. So this technique you can apply to any type of mood or scene. As I said, it's commonly used for animations. So what I'm going to do is show you a good example of one of the stuff that I'm going to do now. So I'm going to click to these assets, let's drop a picture into it. And we'll continue from there. Now let's get back into it. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, these more or less blends to each other, but as I say, if I want to change the mood, select the background, I color the background, then go back to the mood layer of the clip of the picture. Then just go to edit, then you go to convert to drawing color age. Then as you see, it puts the purple as the mood layer. You do the same thing with the multiply part, edit color to drawing color age, and then they blends in a bit more, as you can see, isn't it, right? The orange kind of works already because there's an orange background, but let's say we want it into a night scene, so let's turn off the background and switch into night. As you can see, it does not blend with each other at all, but no always do the same process. Color pick the background, select the multiply layer, and then Control H to thin it. Then you see it makes it a bit darker, but since it's a night scene, you have to also increase your mood layer opacity, which allows it to become more dark, as you can see. Then same thing with the shade, edit, control fill, and there, as you can see, your shading works. But the thing that does not stand out nicely now is the lighting. So to change that, you have to wait, let me fix the opacity a little bit of the mood layer. So you change that. To be honest, at this point, I don't think you need this much lighting. You can even turn off the lighting. Then there, as you can see, you have your character. Let's maybe reduce the opacity. Yeah, then yeah, see the blend in more with it blends in more with the background, as you can see. So yeah, is with that technique, and if you apply all the stuff I've mentioned within the video, from the beginning of the video to now, you will be able to produce, amazing artworks like this. Especially this is a useful technique, especially for animation as well. But yeah, overall, if you want an in-depth video, possibly an in-depth video, I did a video a while back on this, which will be linked next to you on the corner. But I might, if you want me, I can do a revisit onto that video tutorial and I go into a deeper assessment of it. Then yeah, you can get a much better depth of understanding of coloring in Clip Studio. But overall, if you like this, leave a like or subscribe and comment below what I should do next. But yeah, overall, thank you for your time, and I'm Daryl and I'm out.